Kielty.
Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, celebrating 15 years of bringing comfort to you. Healing Realty, call RJ Kielty, they'll get your system working to cool you down. And if fixing a leak is what you seek, RJ Kielty service is the best around. RJ Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, over 50 years of bringing comfort to you.
Welcome to episode 32.
32.
Yep. Kielty's Corner here, and we have somebody very special.
Super special.
They call him the IT God. I don't know.
Oh, they don't know he calls me that.
We have David Geiger here with Spur I.T. He does a lot of anything with computers, anything IT related. But what I like about David the most is he steps up for our community. Pasco Brave. You're really, really instrumental into that. Any other community events, helping out on the back end stuff that a lot of people don't hear about. I know that you're there for them. But let's hear the David story. So let's start. What got you into IT?
So I think it was accidental. I know the first thing I did in IT that was significant was I don't know if you remember back in the day, Tanner, but you ever use Net Zero where it was like you could dial up for free?
Yes. Yep.
So in the old days, this had to be 96. You could dial into Net Zero, and then I figured out you could open up Task Manager and close their ad box, but you keep your internet connection.
Yeah.
So
wow.
so I closed their little ad and keep the internet open, and that was my first kind of foray into it. And then back in 2009, my friend gave me a shot at doing IT for a small company. It was a small nonprofit called World Relief that I used to work for.
Oh,
right
wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I did IT for them for a few years on the side. You know, I was still working my day job, which was a call center management at Pods. And then 2011, I got serious. My buddy went across the street from P-Tech or to P-Tech from where Pods was, and he became a diesel mechanic, and now he's a professional artist.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll be an IT guy. I'll do some IT stuff. So got some certifications in 2013 and got my first real IT job.
Okay.
And then it was actually a big corporation downtown Palm Harbor that you never heard of called Geographic Solutions. So I got some awesome experience there. I went to a place in Tampa, was there for 5 years when we were traveling in an RV. And then 2021, I took an epic motorcycle trip and decided after that I was going to quit my job and go on my own. So here we are.
Yeah, that's
4 years
awesome.
later.
Yeah.
We forgot to bring up the button. We have a button for David. So if he gets too techie and we're having a hard time understanding, he's gonna have to re-explain in simple terms.
Absolutely. That keeps me one of the hard things about this business is engineers and like technicians, they don't speak in the language of business. They speak in the language of bits and bytes, which is not useful to business people.
Not at all.
For me, that's one of the hardest things to learn is the skill set of like clicking on things and building things is not the same as talking to business owners who really don't care how it works underneath. They just care that they can either make money or save money with the tech. And that's kind of what we're about.
And there's a customer service aspect of it that, some people in the IT world, you know what I mean? That's kind of usually a different mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right about that. There's all kinds of tropes and memes. The IT Crowd was a funny show in Britain. And yeah, it was, there's a lot of that. So I work hard and try to help my team not become jaded.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I love that about you. And you kind of are against the grain on that, where you actually market, you know what I mean? You're out in the community. You're not kind of, you typically see the IT, person in a dark corner with four screens.
Well, I have 2 big screens in my office, and you can ask my guys. We actually have the lights off in the office for the most part.
Yeah.
We're in the historic Clemmy Butler building, which is it's on the curve by Marine Parkway and Gulf, across from the old hospital. And it's a 2-story rock building, you know what I mean, with the bars in the windows. It is Grand Boulevard after all. But yeah, it's weird. We go in there, we have the lights off for the most part because there's a lot of natural light in there. And it's just weird. Like when we have to film something, we're like, all right, turn these lights on so we can see, so people don't think we're weird, or our landlord Karen Kogel, she's upstairs, and when her clients come in, she's like plop plop plop, lights on, But yeah, you're right. It's a real thing because all those screens, we like to keep it kind of dark in there.
I hope you have good vision insurance for all your employees.
I do have a pair of readers now that I put on sometimes.
Oh, no.
Carla loves it when I put them on and look over her, look over the top of them.
Okay, Carla.
Yeah.
She looks like the little librarian.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Now I get to do it. So yeah.
Love Carla, by the way.
Yeah, she is the best.
Carla's awesome. She's the organizer type too, where she's just like got every single,
Oh yeah,
duck in a row. You know what I mean?
Yes. In the Hub Pro chat, her nickname is the Galvanizer because she does get people to action.
Yep.
So, and I'm incredibly lucky to be married to her. I look back, I'm like, wow, I could have married some different people, and I figured out I got lucky.
Yeah,
I just she liked me somehow, and I'm like, okay, I guess we'll go with it.
You're a likable person.
Yeah, she's one of the things about her and marriage in general is that you help to shape each other, inform each other, make each other better, like sharpen each other, like iron sharpens iron. So
I was
she's
just
done
about
a lot
to say,
yeah,
when I see you guys doing like events and stuff together, you guys work very, very well together and like communicating well.
Yeah.
Like if me and my boyfriend tried to plan anything together, we'd be on an episode of 48.
Oh yeah. Well, she doesn't work. She works at the company kind of. She does a lot.
That's
of
what I was going to ask
stuff.
you. Does she have like a little role at the company or?
Yeah. So she does that networking piece. I do the lion's share of the networking, but her key leadership roles in community organizations really help raise our visibility because she wears our shirts and I think that she does that way better than I could, and I'm happy to have her do that. If I just had her like going in the field and selling, she'd probably kill me.
Yeah.
I mean, who better to network and market your business than your wife?
Yeah.
No one's gonna want to see you win more than she is. So.
Correct. Exactly right. Yeah, she's an awesome partner that way. She's my business partner. She's a fantastic face for the company, so I love that about her.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
She does have a fantastic face.
She does have a fantastic face, and now that's recorded.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll snippet that for you, Carla. You can have it whenever you need it.
Well, she told me I was right last time for last week's one, so I gotta make sure I mark that down.
Yeah, there you go.
On the calendar.
Let's frame this up. I'll sign it.
New anniversary date.
Well, the Wizard of Pod, Jesse, says we got a couple. We got two comments.
Okay.
All right, Reagan Weiss. Oh no, it's that guy.
That guy
He
got
says, truly, he has helped me many times throughout the years. Great guy, good guy, smart guy. Grateful for him.
Aw,
Hey,
I feel the same way.
good.
Thank
That's a
you,
good
Reagan.
one.
Yeah, I feel the
Reagan's
same
so
way about
sweet.
Reagan. He's helped me a ton. He's given me some very key referrals actually in the community. So
he's a connector.
Yeah,
He's a
he's a good connector for that. Yeah, absolutely.
and I hope he's still listening and not just posting comments, but so I have learned a lot from him and Carla too, especially about how to be a connector. And I'm in a lot of networking groups. BNI is one of those things, and that probably made him curdle a little bit, and that's fine. But being able to connect people, even if I get zero gain out of it, to me, it feels awesome because I feel it feels good to be like the guy who's got a guy for everything.
Yeah.
So from networking, and I learned that a lot of those things from Reagan, and he loads us with tons of social media tips. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. No, he's a really good guy, and I see that too. I think it's good to be in very diverse, different networking groups and stuff like that too. You learn stuff from different people.
Totally agree. Yeah.
What else we got?
Any more comments? He says Carla beats me.
That is true. Carla does know how to keep him in check. That's a real
we
thing.
need to give Carla
Good
an award
luck
for that
with that.
Yeah, she's been the chair of the Hubween for the last 2 years, and hopefully I said that right. I think she was.
Yeah,
and she's been instrumental in that thing, and she's not afraid to call Reagan out.
Yeah, good.
She's not afraid to call anyone out.
And I appreciate that about her.
Yeah.
I like being called out too because we all have blind spots, right?
Yep, true. All right, so let's go back in time. Let's go to 2021.
Okay.
You just start your business.
Okay.
How did that
Getting
go?
the button ready.
Okay, so I get back from the motorcycle trip, and we're living in an RV still by our friend's house in Spur I.T, which was amazing. They're amazing. It was so fun. And I quit my job, and no kidding, like the week after I get COVID, and I'm down hard for 3 weeks. And Carla was too. So, and I had like deadlines, and I couldn't even stand up for like 3 weeks. But after that, you know, I'd already had some clients kind of on the side, and we built that slowly. But I wish, man, I'd started networking and building strategic partnerships way earlier. But I just don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how that got started. I just did the trip, and on the way back, I'm like, I'm done punching the clock for somebody else.
Yeah.
So now instead of working 40 hours, I work 80.
Yeah.
It's not quite that bad. But.
So what was your?
I didn't like that answer.
It is hard. Like I know. So we're in our 4th year, and I know that it takes time to spin these things up and get these things to a place where we could disappear for a week, but that place, we're at that place right now. So it takes time.
So that first year, what was like the hardest thing that you didn't foresee with business?
Yeah. So being an engineer is a radically different skill set than being a business owner, a salesperson, really. Because when I look at my day now, like 60% of my day is spent in like marketing and sales activities, and still not that great at it, but that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I probably spend another 20% of my day managing my team and taking care of them, and they're super important to me. And what's up, Will? Will just had twins.
Hey, Will.
I will. Oh,
Congrats on the twins.
congratulations.
Hopefully he's out there. He just had twins, but the radical difference between selling and engineering is like, it's crazy. So I'm grateful for the networking and those kind of things happening, because that really helped a lot. Like, it helped us stay alive. I remember sitting at what's that pizza restaurant? Mamma Mia's.
Yeah, I like Mamma Mia.
Shout out with Amanda Hart, and she's like, "What do you need?" And I'm like, "I need business."
Yeah.
and she had something for me immediately, which was amazing. So thank you, Amanda. You're the best.
Yes,
Amanda's
Amanda, another
amazing.
good connector.
Oh my gosh, yes, Amanda is incredible. So yeah, that's where that's at.
Yes, yeah, business, you got to have the bandwidth, you know, you got to be able to put on different hats at all different times. You know, if you're so used to kind of doing one thing, that ain't going to cut it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do accounting, you know,
sales,
marketing.
So that reminds me, have you seen that game 57 Hats?
No.
Okay, so you got to check that out.
I will.
I got a copy at my office, and it's a card game that you play. It's a business card game, and it helps you figure out, you know, what's the next thing that you have to hire for. Like, that's not a regular technician, right? Right. It's all over Facebook, and now that I've said it, it'll probably come up on your feed.
Yeah, now it probably will.
They're
listening.
Actually, I did see that, and I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah, so I got a copy at the office. We haven't played it yet, in full transparency, but we're looking forward to help something like that help drive the conversation to, like, who do we need to hire next? I think is another technician. But
yeah, that's what I was going to ask you too. So, like, managing people and hiring people, how hard is it hiring somebody in your field, somebody good in your field?
It is super expensive. Like,
yeah,
I can find guys that are beasts, but they cost 125. Loaded costs. So I'm doing the high level work right now, and my team is doing more of that level 1, level 2 stuff. And those guys are a little easier to find, but I do like to kind of raise them right.
Yes,
because
I agree with that.
You know, you got a way. You guys have been doing this for 51 years. We've got a way too that's, I think, different than a lot of folks. So you know, we're very much against very stiff, very buttoned down IT. You know, we still want we still want to make the things happen and click the thing or whatever. But you know, for us, the driving force is business outcomes for people, because the driving force for that is like people outcomes, right? Like, I want these people to pay their mortgages, and we want their business to grow so we can grow with them. So, but the hardest thing is it's very hard to find great talent inexpensively. I don't think those really are that compatible.
Yeah,
So,
correct. Not anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Not anymore.
But I'm blessed. I love my guys, Will and David right now, and Carmen's my admin. She keeps my life together. You know what I mean? Like, that should have been my first hire. All respect and love to Will and David. My first hire should have been an admin, because I could have just been producing 6-7 hours a day. I heard, like, just make sure everybody gets billed. So
Yeah, that's important.
It's a real thing. So
Any more comments?
Yep.
What do we got?
More from Reagan.
Reagan.
Always here. Love you, Dave. And Tanner is super handsome today. Okay, I'm done now. No, you're not. But whatever.
That's a nice,
He's never-
shirt, Tanner.
He's
Actually,
never done.
Thank you.
I love those. Those are pretty cool.
Maxco Dumpster says, "Look at that
I
stud."
knew he was going to say
Joey.
that.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about me or who are you talking
It
about?
could be
here?
Tanner. It could be Tanner.
That's both of us.
Joe Maxey is awesome. Joe is going to be BNI president with me next
Oh,
year.
really?
I'll be vice president. He'll be
Awesome.
president
Mhm.
of our local chapter in downtown Newport Richie. Super excited about that
Mhm.
because
Okay.
Joe's got a huge YouTube presence.
Mhm.
He's got quite a following in his community. So
He also says, "Great guest, great guy, great
Aw.
company." Hashtag Spur IT.
my man.
No, he has too. He's done a great job of just elevating his business and
Yeah.
stuff. He's everywhere. He's doing a
fun
really
to work
good
with
job.
too.
He really is. I really feel like even if he wasn't doing dumpsters, he could take what he's done with his business and package it up for other folks. Be kind
Yeah.
of a marketer.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
is.
So,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
So
Yeah, he talked a lot about his affiliates and stuff like that, how he's working that, and he's a smart guy.
yeah, like
He's also very giving. He gave me a free piano. Shout out, Joe. My
That's
baby's gonna
awesome.
learn how to play the piano now.
So he on the drop of a dime on a Sunday when we were cleaning from Hubween last year, he
Mhm.
brought us a dumpster. And it gave him a little piece of content because we had like 100
Yeah.
Mhm.
white mannequins loaded into it, so
Yep.
he's able to dump that out. and
Yeah.
make
It
some
was
play from
right in
it.
front of our spot.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember seeing it, and
Yeah.
that's actually how I met him. Because he
Oh,
was
okay.
after Halloween, he was removing all the mannequins, and people had thrown trash on top of
Oh my
them.
gosh!
So we were
yeah.
like digging stuff out of the trash. I'm like, who is this guy with this cool
I know,
right?
so beautifully
dumpster?
wrapped. He does a lot of
Yeah.
collaborative
Yep.
type of efforts. So, yeah.
What we got? Oh, we're good. So I want to kind of get into, and this is kind of, I see this a lot, and we deal with it in our business, and we have different controls and stuff like that. But what are you seeing as far as like hacking and really business hacking
Good
nowadays?
one.
Okay. Well,
Ransomware,
Yeah.
whatever,
so the number one threat is definitely going to be email phishing,
Yeah.
and some subsets of that is like SMS phishing is really, really big.
Mhm.
And with the rise of AI and deep fakes and those kind of phishing, or voice phishing, where it's like they're pretending to be your grandmother and your mother, and like, oh my gosh,
It
you got
actually
arrested. Yeah.
sounds
Mhm.
like them.
Yep.
kind of thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sidetrack, but
Mhm.
a great practice for everybody is create a code word between you and your family members and say, here's the code word in case somebody calls and says they're me, ask for the code word, and the code word is this, and we all know it. And if somebody doesn't know the code word, we know that they're not legit. Like
Yep.
you remember back in the day when
Yeah.
you'd have a code word for them picking. If somebody
Yeah,
said, "Oh my,
picking
your mom
someone
said
up.
pick you up,"
Yep.
Yeah.
So that same kind of thing for those, and it's scary too because hackers and trickers and phishing guys, they rely on emotion at that moment, right? Because it just rises up and you're not really thinking it. So you got to premeditate that.
Yeah.
Really think about what you do ahead of time. So I recommend everybody have some kind of code word that we could say. If somebody calls and says, "I'm in a Mexican jail," you can be
Yeah.
like, "What's the code word?"
Yeah.
If they don't know it, then you know this is fake. And
Mhm.
a lot is even less crazy. It's just they'll spoof your cell phone number. So just hang up and call them back. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's
Yep.
so I don't want to give all the tricks away to the bad guys. But,
Yeah.
but
It's getting crazy though.
it is getting crazy. I think
Yeah.
the number one thing every business owner needs to do is very strong phishing controls. They need to be doing some security awareness training with their team members. That's huge because we can put all the tech stack in place, and we do,
Yeah.
and it's very effective. But if Dave in sales thinks he's getting $1,000 Costco gift card or free iPhone, and he clicks on a thing, it doesn't matter what technology's in place. So you got to train your humans too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a software. It's called Nobi or
KnoW4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KnoW4. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you ever used that or?
So we have a similar product in transparency, and one of my good buddies works at KnoW4 because of me. You're welcome, Eric.
Yeah.
Is I can KnoW4's in Clearwater too. By the way.
Yeah, I
You
know.
that.
Yeah.
So they when I called them first, they said I was too small.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, that's okay. It's not personal. Stu he's the president owner, whatever. He's a stud. He's a cool guy. So we use a similar product called Breach Secure Now, and it's very, very similar. I respect KnoW4, but it's the same kind of stuff where you
send these emails.
Yeah, you send the phishing emails. Breach Secure Now, we have an annual training that comes with it, and then depending on the package, you can get a weekly micro training, which is like 2 minutes of video, like 4 questions just to keep it kind of fresh on the
Mhm.
mind of the people. And of course, the phishing training is so
Yeah.
critical.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like one of the things that motivates me is we've been able to take our tools and scale them down. So even if we have a single person, we literally have as a client is a single person, they have the full security stack
Mhm.
because we don't have to buy, 1,000 at a time or whatever.
Yeah.
We're okay. So anybody can kind of put these things in place and make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of my stories is we got hacked in through an email or whatever, and they actually hacked into I think it was payroll. But anyways, they started sending out to all of our builders, hey, we're changing our bank account information, blah blah blah. So thank God I was up to, it was like, and of course they like to do it at a Friday at
Always.
whatever, you know what I mean, late. So anyways, they ended up getting one builder, and it wasn't a big dollar amount, thank God, because typically those guys are sending a lot of money, because
Right.
we do a lot of jobs for them. But man, that was just such a headache and go through, and you're having to change everything, and just we've had check fraud and stuff like too. But as far as that, are you still seeing a lot of that kind of stuff going in where they're able to get into actually systems, or is it?
Yeah, so it's primarily social engineering off of that phishing
Yeah.
where they just trick people to do things, right?
Yeah,
So it now, like what you described, it sounds like somebody's email got taken over and they can
that's
get in the
exactly
middle
right. They
of
went
a
online,
conversation.
did our line email, then they were going through and sending these emails out, and you could literally watch them send the email out and then like delete it and send it out and then go
Yeah.
in your delete box. They were pretty
And
smart
it's all
with it.
automated too, which
Yeah.
is kind of scary. So, and that's a great way to have, it's a great reminder to also have external, financial controls, right? And
Yeah.
say to all your builders, hey, we're never going to ask you to change this over email. And if we do, our policy is that you need to call in,
To verify,
right? To verify that it's legit. Like we had it wasn't a client, it was a prospect, and they were a real estate attorney, and they had they had $400,000 get sent to West Africa because they compromised or spoofed the email of the title company. And
Oh
they
yeah,
said,
we
"Here's
hear a
your
lot of
instructions."
the title. They really attack title companies.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because there's
That's
obviously
money.
huge sums
Yeah.
of money flying
Yeah.
back and
Yep.
forth. So that's where you want to say, we call it second level approval, where you
Mhm.
say, hey, we're going to change these, but now the requirement is you have to call in and verify that, just in case something
Mhm.
happens,
Yeah.
otherwise we're not responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and it's good too for like even for your internal stuff, like so you have a manager, go off the wall or whatever. It's great to have
Yep.
second level approvals.
Yeah,
on things,
exactly. Yeah.
for big changes.
So say somebody is cyber attacked.
Yeah.
Like what kind of steps would you take right away?
Yeah. So we'd first determine the scope of what's happened, right? Is it just their email, or is it like, if it's their Microsoft account and that's all it is, that's very easy. It's
Yeah.
one click and we can reset it.
Yeah.
But and that's almost always what it is it's they're into either their Microsoft or their Google Workspace or something like that. They don't normally attack everything at once
Yeah.
successfully, right?
Yeah.
They're just trying to see what they can get. You'll notice with hackers, it's like they want to do the least amount of work for the most amount of reward.
Yeah.
And I can totally respect that hustle.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah. But so they're not trying, like, they're not going to try to bust through your firewall and like use vulnerabilities to get to your machine container. They're going to try to trick your accounts payable person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's way easier
Yes.
because they can do that with an email.
Or their marketing person.
Or their
'cause
marketing
they do it all the time.
Yeah, they really like those marketing
I always
people. They
send
figure
everything
they
to
figure
him.
that's
I'm
low
like,
hanging
just to
fruit
be
there.
sure, this is a
100%.
scam, right?
Yeah,
Because
I
like
mean-
I don't know what I'm looking for half the time.
We had in 2 weeks in a row, we had clients attacked on Fridays. And
That's what I say. They love
It's
Fridays.
they
always
love
Fridays.
It's always Fridays.
Because they know you're going to leave for the weekend and they
You're
can
already
get
checked
away
out.
with
They're
more.
going. Yeah.
You're already checked out and you're not vigilant. So we're talking about internally how are we going to like promote on Friday some kind of like vigilance thing. But problem is, by the time we release it, they're already on their boat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
correct.
This guy.
Yeah.
I remember that, that Friday. I'm like, of course it's a Friday. So I'm here till,
It's a
8, 9
Friday.
o'clock and trying to,
Goes your
we're
whole
trying to work
weekend.
through all this
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah, just determining the scope though of
Yeah.
what's actually been compromised. And we normally can do that real fast. And then we'll say, all right, now you need to start working through your password manager and going through and resetting key accounts just in case
yes,
you had
yeah.
repeated passwords. That's one of the things. Our one of our hashtags is long and strong. We want you to have long, strong, and unique passwords
I like that.
for all your systems, especially the ones where they can hurt you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, who cares if they get your Netflix, but if they get your Amex, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. My Netflix is pretty important.
Well, you can reset that pretty easily. That's
Yeah,
the stakes are low, but your
Stakes are low for
but your
sure.
PayPal's a big
Okay,
deal.
good
You
to
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how I'm seeing a lot, we do it, but I think some people might be a little bit slower to get on the bandwagon. But what are you seeing with like multi-factor authentication? Are a lot of people starting to use it now? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, the big ones like Microsoft and Google,
Yeah.
they're really starting to enforce it, make it less of an option,
Yeah.
which I think is an excellent thing. And it does require some learning on the part of some
Mhm.
folks. They're just like, they don't want to. One problem we run into a lot is, well, this is my personal phone. I don't want to put an authenticator app on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that really is on the business then to decide, all right, do we need to just like write something in policy and say,
Mhm.
you need to use your phone,
Yeah.
but you can't make them.
Yeah.
Right? Or do you get hardware devices or something for them?
Yeah.
But it's super critical. In fact, that's part. If you've ever heard my big 3 presentation,
Mhm.
that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Multi-factor authentication, a password manager, and security awareness training. These are like, if you do these basic things,
Mhm.
you will you'll dramatically improve your security posture. And that's not everything, right? But that's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would, and that was, we kind of forced to get into that too after we got hacked that one time. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this stuff again.
Yeah,
So
I know.
takes a little bit, costs a little bit of money, but
Yeah.
in the end, it's,
Totally worth
something
it.
else you got to manage too. But in the end, it's,
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
get
worth
less
it.
complicated. It
No.
gets more complicated. I mean, the technology companies try to make it as easy as possible, but it's
Mhm.
like you have to balance that, man. It's like, how much risk do you want to take on?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know? It's really a risk conversation more than anything.
Yeah. So that's another, so now there's like cyber insurance and stuff like that
Yeah.
that we purchased.
Don't lie on that application, folks. Do not.
Really? Sounds like you have a story there.
I don't have any story that I can share, but I will tell you that they will work very hard to deny you if you say, "Oh yeah, we've got multi-factor everywhere," or "We've got backups," or "We've got this or that." If you say you do and then you don't, and then you try to make a claim, they will work very hard to deny that. And that's insurance companies. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Angel.
Yeah, they're trying not to pay.
They're trying, and so you don't want to give them any excuse. So that's a good opportunity to take that application and say, go to your tech people, say, all right, are we doing these things, and what aren't we doing? And if you're not doing the things, they may just deny you. But your IT person or team might say, well, you really need to do this and this and this. So let's make a plan. Let's say yes today. We're going to make a plan within the next 3 weeks or whatever to put these things in place so that we can be compliant with this thing. I'm not suggesting that anyone not tell the truth on their app. Just saying that you can use that as a springboard, like an impetus to say, all right, now we need to do something so we can get this coverage and not have it be denied.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you? I know you talked about backups.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what do you guys do for like backups? Is it cloud-based stuff? Is it servers in other places? Or
So that's a great question. So in the business, we have and this is kind of an old rule, but it still applies. It's called the 3-2-1 rule. So you would have 3 copies of your data. You want to have it in 2 different kinds of media. And then you would have at least 1 backup that's offsite, right? So if your building burns down, as long as you follow all 3 of those 3-2-1s, you'll pretty much, there's not a scenario where you can't get yourself back, essentially. So there's some nuance to it. Like you got to make sure your backups are read-only. So that means if the bad guy is able to take over, they can't delete them or change them, right? Or encrypt them or whatever. So it just depends. Like we look at every client and we say, what makes the most sense now? Like philosophy wise, we're cloud first, not because we want to spend money, but because for most of the businesses we serve, it's like, that's appropriate, right? They don't need to have a $10,000 server on site. Like, no, we'll do this with the cloud thing and it's recurring. We get it. But that makes the most sense for most small. And now as you get real big, get 250 people, 500, then having on premises is a lot less expensive and you can afford to have some people to manage that stuff.
Yeah, talking about the recurring thing. Microsoft is just killing me with their stuff, the new stuff they're doing, and changing all recurring.
I know. If you pay it annually, though, you can save 2 months worth.
Yeah.
So, otherwise, if you don't want to,
I like the one and done deal, but
I don't blame
kinda,
you. I like the revenue on that too. Yeah, but and I wish everything wasn't going toward recurring, but it makes a lot of sense. Like for us, our most important product is our managed services plan. That's our CSI plan, where it is a subscription. You pay the same amount every month based on your number of sites, users, computers, and servers, right? So we can build it, and it's like straightforward. It's the same for everybody depending on what you got out there. But then like everything is covered. So all your cybersecurity is covered, all your support's covered, and even like projects. So we need to put a new server in or new software, whatever. We do it for you.
Yeah.
So that way it's like
that's
literally
pretty
exactly
cool.
the same every month. So
it's like a set budget. So even like how often do you guys like rotate, I guess, computers out? Because I know that's another thing too.
So generally 3 to 5 years, but I mean, it depends on your accountants, right? If they're like, well, you can just, you want to depreciate it in 3 years and be done fine.
Yeah.
If your accountant says, just hang on to it till it explodes, we'll have some on the shelf then. You know what I mean? And that's not either way is valid. Just depends on your accounting kind of setup.
Okay.
So, but the idea is with this plan, let's say you want to bring in a fleet of new computers, you're going to pay close to cost instead of paying retail, and there's no bump for the project. It's literally like you're paying monthly everywhere, and we just plan it and we do it. So it's actually scary.
Yeah.
Because so we're used to our clients or the old way of doing business where clients just kind of get bills when things happen. And we're trying to make it very simple, very straightforward. But it is scary because if we pick the wrong client, they can really yeah. Well, and so
you have to have enough of it.
Taylor fried her computer again.
And we do have usual suspects, and you know who you are. I'm not gonna call you out.
It would be
no. But we don't. But those little blips, those exceptions. They net out just fine with everybody else we have doing it. So it works really nice. It is terrifying.
Yeah.
Because for us, and for clients, it's a commitment too, because they got to be with us for a while for it to make sense.
Yeah.
But it's that's the way our business is headed. And I hate paying Netflix every month and all these different things, but at the end of the day, they have to have that money to invest and do more and that kind of thing, and make shows that I hate. So
exactly.
But still watch.
Yeah, I know it's terrible, but that's kind of the way things are going. I think the problem with the old way, which is like just hourly, is you might be fine in nothing, and then suddenly wham, $3,000 bill.
It kills your budgets. Yeah, if you have set your budget every month.
Correct. And larger businesses are more about that, where like we need to know what we're spending, and that's hard. There's the unpredictable piece, and then there's the proactivity, right? Like on hourly, so we do IT for you, but we're not your IT guys. Kind of thing. And sorry, Mike, my hourly guys, if you heard that, but that's the reality. Is we don't make money. Like I'm not going to bill you without you knowing that we're doing things for you. So it's like we really need you on this plan so that
you're on top.
You're taken care of, right? It's higher priority. If you guys have a club like if you recurring thing for your clients where they
we do
service, what do you guys call yours?
Kilty's Cares. Kilty's Cares plan.
Okay, great. So those are fabulous, and it's I got another friend who's got a company to do the same thing, and they had tons of people sign up on day one because they just want to be first. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of where we're at too. Is our managed clients get priority service, and they know what it's costing them every month. And the only time it goes up is if they add people. Right?
Yeah.
So if they say, hey, we're bringing on 2 new folks, that means something's right in the business. And so they're going to pay us more. But every person has to double or triple what their costs are to make sense in a business. Right. So that means they're making more money. I'm like, this is great.
Yep.
So, and if they go down, we go down. So it's cool, but it's scary.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's better for on your side too, because it's like you don't have as much of those little time.
Correct, right? It's like it flattens.
So you can give a better value too.
Yeah,
knowing what you got coming in.
Right. We can make sure we can plan for hiring people, and there's just a ton of unseen work that we're able to then do. It's like manage vulnerabilities, update machines, but it's not just Windows updates. It's that software that you use is now out of date, right?
Yeah.
And if you call us 50 times in a month, first of all, it's all for QuickBooks. There's a problem. It's our problem. There, basically. But it really shifts. It makes as a business owner, if you're hourly, you're trying to avoid the IT expenses. Whereas if you're on a managed plan, now it's like, hey, Dave, this is your problem.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And hurry up, get taken care of.
For real. And that's a dynamic I can live with. You know what I mean? I would much rather partner with people and push their business forward and like those personal outcomes they get from that. Like if they can pay their people and they can buy that boat or whatever. I'm all about that, man. Like, we're in business. We're in the people business, but we happen to do IT as our vehicle to make it happen.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one.
Is that what we got?
Is that for me this time or what?
Yeah. All right, we got another one.
Mary
Mary Ann
Ann.
says, "Hi guys, love Mary Ann. She's a part
Mary
of
Ann.
the Gulf Harbors Civic Association."
Gulf Harper's Mafia.
Yep.
They are no legit. They are a mafia.
No, that's great. No,
I'm in with the mafia, so don't mess with me.
they're hardy people back there in Gulf Harbors. I tell you what,
Oh,
they get
they
flooded all
are.
the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They love their waterfront living, and
Yeah,
Yeah, my
respect that.
parents are in there.
Yeah,
They just got their house done.
yeah.
So
Right in time for hurricane season.
that's what I said to my dad. I'm like, I hope to God you have like some type of measures to avoid this because it looks beautiful now. They got their
Yeah.
renovation.
You put in
so
some
kudos to them.
great tile, and I know that they
Ugh.
can do these wall boards that are maybe
Yeah,
like waterproof,
yeah.
and you can whip it off real quick.
Dry it out, throw it back in.
Right.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you do
he
the right
did not
tile.
do any of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes if you bought your house in the 70s and it's paid off, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
It's
I
not
guess-
Deal
paid
with
off.
it.
okay, well.
I
I saw a really cheap deal in there actually a couple weeks back. It was under $300K it was a 2-bedroom. I'm like, dang.
Really?
I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about. It's not on the water.
Okay.
Like the corner
Close to the
lot,
water.
it doesn't have a dock. That's why.
Oh,
But it's a
okay.
beautiful house.
Yeah. So I love it back there. We used to go to church at Gospel Outreach 19 in Maine. So we were
Yeah.
tons of friends and tons of things going on in Gulf Harbors. We used to go there all the time.
We love Gulf Harbors.
Yeah. I
So
bet
if you live
guys
in
do.
Gulf Harbors and you're not being serviced by RJ Kielty Plumbing and Electric, give us a call. Sorry.
Equipment.
Yeah.
What kind of equipment do you like? I've always been Dell guy. I don't know if stuff's changing or
Yeah, that's a great question. So so I am Dell, or dyed in the wool Dell. Now I will tell you that we're happy to move if it makes sense, right? Like so
Yeah.
some clients are like in love with Lenovo, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But we like Dell. I've got clients that are using HP too. If you use the enterprise stuff, and this is a key distinction, you have a lot fewer problems than if you just go get something at Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Right. If you get it at Sam's Club, now we have to charge $100 to install Windows Professional.
Yeah.
And then we have to do all these remediations. Whereas
Yeah.
if you buy something that is already enterprise, right?
It's already set up for it.
You got
yeah.
warranty, you got all these things, and you just roll. Like, you know, I don't know if you know this, but like you go buy a laptop at Sam's Club or Walmart or whatever. If that breaks and it's under warranty, guess where it's going? You're mailing that to their depot 6 to 8 weeks before it comes back. In the business, that is a no-go,
Yeah,
right?
you can't do that.
No. So we carry some on the shelf, and we're ready to flip them at a moment's notice because we realize that the business needs to stay operating as much as possible.
Yeah.
Our clients are paying us for uptime, so
Mhm.
yeah, those it is, and I don't you know who you are. No more HPs, no more HP all-in-ones.
Yeah, right.
No. No,
David's calling people out during
calling
this
people
podcast.
left and right, but I love you so
love
much. You
it.
know that I love you.
Yeah, I'm not an HP guy. They put
yeah.
too much junk on there too.
You
in
know,
the beginning, you
they've
know?
gotten a really bad reputation because they're printers, and it's deserved.
Yeah.
I think that.
Oh yeah, they're horrible.
I think that
too.
my work laptop is a HP though. It's Dell.
It's Dell.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Look at the- No, but so I can.
Here I
speak to
thought
that.
I was gonna get a new
You weren't
laptop.
getting
No, the so Dell's printers, they software comes with a ton of, like, we call it bloatware, where it's like it's data collection, it's privacy violating kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then they've done this thing now where they won't let you put aftermarket cartridges in, and some people were using them and they ran this update on the printers without telling people, and it kind of broke their printers.
Yeah.
So that they're in the corner right now. But I will tell you, like, in terms of the quality of prints and stuff, you know, HP really does have a lot
Yeah.
of things figured out. But
Yeah.
they're not our first stop for clients. Normally looking to Brother or Kyocera, those
Mhm.
kind of things. We have a great print partner in town that helps us with some of those. But
Mhm.
yeah, but their enterprise laptops are just as good as Dell, in my opinion, because the
Yeah.
reality is they're all made in China.
Yeah.
At Foxconn factory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So
A little different case on
Yeah.
everything.
yeah, I mean, well, there are differences, right?
Yeah.
But the same people are designing the boards, and really the difference is comes down to the business experience with the support, right? Like, we recommend Dell Pro Support Plus because we can usually get, no offense, a US based person who very clearly understands the problem. They're out in 4 or 8 hours to fix the
Yep.
issue.
Mhm.
If we don't have it on the shelf, we just flip you another one in an hour. kind
Yeah.
of thing. So that's very different than if you go get one of these consumer models like an Inspiron from Sam's Club, and that's where, like, you got to ship it off. So it's like you paying a lot more for an enterprise machine, but you're going to get a lot less problems out of it.
Yeah.
For business, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I've always kind of press that issue too. Like, hey, how come I can go to Walmart and it's so much cheaper than
Every
than
day,
the
man.
enterprise?
Every day.
What's
That's
that
why.
one saying? You get what you pay for.
Yeah, yeah, they are expensive, and I don't think we've seen a ton of impacts from tariffs or whatever, but
Mhm.
they're already expensive. Like
Yeah.
if you want a fully like a serious goat Dell
Mhm.
laptop
Mhm.
Ultrabook, it's like $3,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, guys.
Yeah.
So we actually flip a ton of refurbs, and some of them are literally brand new in box.
Yeah. So
And-
we've been doing that a lot too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's a Dell website you can.
yeah, we
get
have them locally. We
refurbs or
got
something
a
like that.
place in Brandon.
Okay,
that
cool.
refurbished. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that
Yeah.
because we normally have them on the shelf, and
Yeah.
then if not, I could get it in a day.
Yeah, because a lot of my guys too, we have a lot of supervisors and stuff. So they maybe use they're out in the field all the time.
Yeah.
They maybe use their computer once a week or if
Right.
that sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these refurbs come.
And-
They're professionally refurbished in Brandon by people who know what they're doing, and I've never had a problem with this place. Like every
Yeah.
time there's even a little bit of a problem, they make it so right.
Mhm.
So
Really good.
yeah. Oh yeah. So even like literally, I had to go to Sarasota to change one out because there was a problem. But I just met them at their Brandon place. They gave me a couple of them. Took down there, took care of it, and done. So
Yeah.
I love dealing local like that because it's like they're accountable to me, and I send them lots of business. And
Yep.
we spent
So they're
50 grand
happy.
with them in the last short while.
Yeah,
so,
really. Yeah.
yeah.
So keep them happy.
we're
They'll keep you
spending
happy.
money, and they're sending us stuff, so we're happy with
Mhm.
it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know we're getting a little bit close on time, but I wanted to ask about AI.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
how
yeah.
is
Ooh, my favorite.
AI? Yeah. How is AI disrupting your business or helping?
Right. That's a
Anything?
great
Yeah.
question. So, and this was a real client feedback from a sales meeting probably like 2 weeks ago. He said, "I don't just want Googlers," and I had to break it to him like, buddy, that's half of our job is Googling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's peel back the covers on that. So the reality is, we can't know everything. There are like
Yep.
hundreds of thousands of apps. We can't possibly know the solution to everything.
Mhm.
Like 90% of Windows you never see.
Yes.
Right? Because it's just underneath all these files and this crazy stuff, and we know about it, but the reality is we do have to look stuff up.
Mhm.
So, but having a good IT person versus a great IT person, you put a good or let's say you put a marginal IT person
Mhm.
on ChatGPT or Google, and they're still pretty crappy, right? Because they don't know how to
Yes.
find the answer. Our
Mhm.
job is to find the answer.
Mhm.
However, you put somebody who's good on ChatGPT or Google, and they're dangerous.
Yes.
And I love that. So it doesn't make you any better. It just magnifies who you
Mhm.
are, just like money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You get money, and if you're a jerk, you're a huge jerk.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're amazing, magnanimous, generous person, everyone loves you.
Yeah.
Right. So that's so AI, in my opinion, is a magnifier. I think 95% of
Mhm.
it's marketing. I
Yep.
think that we still have a lot of growth to see before I could trust it to like
Yeah.
make decisions.
Yeah.
So there's this thing called agentic AI where you basically have an agent that you can set up to go do things, but it's still emerging. It's still like real risky. Like I don't want
Yeah.
AI responding to my emails
Mhm.
without me knowing about
Yes.
it. You know what I mean? So for low level stuff, it's fine. But like for anything serious, I'm like, what did you tell that customer?
Yeah.
Right? I can't have that.
Yeah. I've been venturing into AI a little bit and testing new things out. And
Yeah.
yeah, you have to be very, very thorough on the things that you ask it to do.
Cautious, yeah.
Otherwise, it goes off the wall and you're
Yeah.
just like, whoa.
Yeah, and I think
Or-
also the remember that the internet is what trains AI,
Yep.
and the internet
Yeah.
is not real life.
Yes.
So you still
Yep.
need your creativity. You still need your
Yes.
brains. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it can definitely be a force multiplier and help you write a better email or clean up some grammar, or we use it sometimes to organize our thoughts, right?
Mhm.
But I can't really rely on it for a complete work product. I just can't.
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think you do need to think about having AI policy internally, like say, these are the AIs that are allowed.
Yeah.
These are the AIs that are not allowed. And if you want to get one approved, you need to go see your manager, and we'll talk to IT, because you don't want your one of the biggest risks with it is probably putting your client's data into that and then it
Mhm.
getting leaked somehow.
Yep.
Like if you put it in DeepSeek, it's going to China, folks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
don't put it in there.
DeepSeek, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and you got to be careful, because a lot of these AIs, if you're not using a paid edition and you don't turn it off, they are using your data to train their model.
Yeah.
So like in
Yes, they do.
ChatGPT, I'm on the $20 plan, and we turn off that training, so I know I'm fairly secure. You know, it's built into a
Yeah.
little bit into Microsoft. You can totally use that. But you want to be like, you have to go eyes wide open. It's not magic. like when we play around with AI posts and stuff, they're not the same
Nope.
Yeah.
as the stuff that you guys put out. Like not even close.
Yeah.
Because you can't replicate that. I don't think it'll ever get there.
Mhm.
But it's a handy sidekick, but it's not an employee.
Yeah.
No.
Do you use a lot of, like, when you research and stuff, do your guys use a lot of Chat GPT, or do they
100%.
use more Google or Chat GPT now?
Yeah. So for Google, for like programming stuff, we do use Claude. My guy David is very into that. We do some Copilot, but this is crazy. Microsoft Copilot chat is not as good as Chat GPT. I think there's money on it. So I recommend people do use it because it is part of their like in your Microsoft tenant. It stays inside your tenant, so at least you know it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm in Chat GPT every day, and I asked it to tell me one thing that I don't know about myself, and it said, "You're all over the place, dude." Because right now you're asking me this question, and in a minute you're asking me this question. I'm not kidding. So it's like
I need to ask
it was
mine.
eye-opening. You should ask that. Like tell me something I don't know about myself. Just try that and see what happens.
You didn't know that about yourself, though?
I did know that, but it was a slap in the face.
It's different when AI tells you.
My wife's probably been telling me that for a while.
What is the most interesting story you've had while working in the IT field?
Interesting story. I think the funnest ones are really the hacks, because we do learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
And they are terrifying. And it's normally a lot of times it's local businesses. Like we had a local attorney attack one of our medical clients, and they didn't realize it. The attorney had gotten one of their administrative people had gotten hacked, and they sent emails to just everybody. And then our client got it. Now, thankfully, our layers of security, I'm always talking about layers, stopped it. So it didn't do any damage, but it's still like it stops you in your tracks. You're like, what kind of fresh hell am I into now? Basically.
Yes, exactly.
Just to be real. I mean, so the funnest one recently was probably that attorney. And I actually called the office and said, "Hey, do you have a such and such working there?" They're like, "Yeah, we know." And the front desk gal told me about, "Yeah, we know, whatever." But I did reach out to them. We'll see if we do some business with them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
we can help you.
Yeah. Well, it's I don't want to be an ambulance chaser, and I think they can understand that analogy. But the reality is, sometimes people don't like their IT person, or sometimes their IT person leaves town, and it's not just me. I got a team, so I think we're pretty well positioned to be able to pick up those things. But I'm not a hard seller, so I really just want to like start the relationship and kind of see where it goes, and then maybe our sales cycles. Your sales cycle for water heater might be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Mine might be 6 to 36 months before they trust us enough to say,
that's a lot of
that's a lot of trust.
Yeah, it is a lot of trust.
So, and we're grateful to our clients who put that trust in us, because it is scary to do that. But every one of our clients on our managed plan is like they're in love with it, because if they call me 15 times in a day, it doesn't cost them anything extra.
You're not like, "Oh man, don't call."
No, well,
don't call
I
IT
want them to
today,
call,
guys.
because it's all about pushing their business forward. It really is. If we can get them leaner, so they can sell more things and make more of the things and spend less money, because that goes in their bottom line, and then that turns around to another person. You bring that person in, that makes them 3x the money, and then now we can charge them a little bit more to do the service for them. So
it's a win-win-win.
Everybody wins, man. I love that. So that's what we're about.
I got 2 more questions. So 5 years from now, where do you envision yourself?
5 years from now, I would like to be coming back from 3 months that we spent traveling in our RV with our older son, Declan. Actually, in 5 years, he'll be 17. He'll probably be like, "Whatever, Dad."
Yeah.
Bye, Dad.
I'm not going.
No, my younger son's cool. He's like, "Dad, when are you going to die so you can take over the business?" So he can take over the business. My older son, Brent, he's like, "I'm going to the Coast Guard, Dad. Don't talk to me." Actually, he's doing our social stuff right now.
Is he?
Yeah,
cool.
he is.
Yeah.
So he's doing a great job for us. So in 5 years, but really, I want to be at a place where I can step out of the business for a little bit, not be totally gone, but like there's management, and there's technical leadership, and there's sales leadership, so that things kind of keep moving. I think that's every entrepreneur's dream, is to get a business where they're not required to be there. Because guys, I haven't been on a real vacation in like 5 years. So that's in 5 years. Hopefully you're coming back from.
I don't feel like you'll ever be on a real one, because even if I go on vacation, I probably get 100 calls.
Okay, there you go. So I don't feel so bad about that.
Don't want to kill your dreams, but
yeah. Well, one day, like does your dad still take a part in the business, or is he just
Yeah,
hanging out? Okay.
yeah. No, so he's here today. If,
Okay.
if he's in town, he's he
here.
usually will come for a few
Okay,
hours. But
okay.
yeah, he's semi-retired. But
That's
he's
great.
70.
You'll never know he's here though,
No.
unless he needs a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And you'll like randomly see him in the hall, and you almost don't know what to do, you
Yeah.
know, because you're just like, whoa, he's like an anomaly. Like,
That's great.
holy crap, that's Rod Kielty.
He works on a lot of his like not as much in business. He will be in the business if he'll insert himself. He'll make sure.
Yeah.
But
He's
because
still
he
the
wants to be a
dad.
part of it.
The legacy. man.
But yeah, exactly. But he has a lot of investments that he works on, and
Right.
there are different things, real estate, stuff like that.
Awesome.
He works on. And then last question, most important question: what are all of your services, and how can somebody get a hold of you?
Fantastic. That's a great question. I love that question. So all of our services. So our primary product is our CSI plan. That's our managed service product, where clients pay the same amount of money every month for each user, computer, server, and site, like a physical location.
Mhm.
They pay the same. All projects are included. All cybersecurity software is included. All they pay for is their line of business software, like their Microsoft or
Mhm.
their specialty app, their job, or whatever. And we take care of everything else. So there's no limit on the amount of support they can get, and everything's included. That's our primary product. We do work with people hourly for consulting when it makes sense. So it makes sense a lot. We still do it,
Yeah.
but we're trying to get everybody
Mhm.
onto that managed plan. But we do work hourly. We work on, of course, we sell and service new, and we sell refurbished computers too. It's all business class stuff. We don't do anything low end because it's less headache for everyone.
Yeah.
We do cybersecurity products. We have a whole suite of things that we can plug in, and that's all included with our managed product. But our hourly is fine too. We'll sell them the whole kit, so they have a comprehensive security plan, including anti-phishing filtering, backup, security awareness training, and other things that they don't even see
Yeah.
that protect them, like protect them from account takeovers. Like
Mhm.
if your account gets hacked and it's somebody in Myanmar, we set things up where it'll automatically block them and lock you out. So
Yeah.
it'll stem the damage basically. And we do a lot of email migrations between Google Workspace and into Microsoft, and we can help with a lot of random IT things. We're trying to get some away from that, but we love our clients. Like if that's what they need at the time, because that's where their
Yep.
business is at, we're cool with that. We'll take care of them.
Mhm.
So to get a hold of us, best way is you can call the office. It's 727-722-7787. That's 722-SPUR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or go to spursystems.com. There's a contact thing, or call my cell phone, which is all over Newport Richie. You can pop in the office on Grab Boulevard, but I'm not always there. So best way really is you can reach out on Facebook too. Just send a message and we'll get them taken care of.
If you didn't catch that, we have all that information screening down below. So
Awesome.
you can get it.
This has been fantastic.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I know. Listen.
she's just been sitting there.
I am
waiting
so
to-
ready. I
Time.
guess that's a testament to like how much I've grown
Yeah.
being able to talk business and outcomes versus like, oh, this techie thing.
Yeah.
I don't care about.
Or
Like,
don't give
Yeah.
yourself too much credit. It's how much I've learned about IT. I didn't
Okay.
have to ask as many questions.
Well, what's DNS then, Mister?
It was a
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
events.
Go for it.
Okay, so we have some events coming up October. We have our Shine a Light on a Cure event, which is our breast cancer awareness event. We'll be on October 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are still taking on vendors and sponsors. We also have an awesome Touch a Truck contest going on there. We are taking registrations for cars, trucks, you name it. We want it. Come on. And then we also have at the end of October, Halloween is back. Carnival of Chaos is coming. We are looking for sponsors, vendors, and volunteers for that event as well. If you're interested and you don't have the Halloween page, you can message us over at RJ Kielty. We are the presenting sponsor, and we'd be glad to help you out with that. One other thing for the breast cancer event, if you are interested in being a vendor or a sponsor, we need you to get in with us by the end of this Friday if you want to be put on our annual breast cancer shirt. This shirt is worn by all of our techs and plumbers for about a month up until the event. So if you want to be a vendor or a sponsor and you want to be on our shirts, we've got to get your registration and your registration fee in by the end of this week. And now I will take a breath and hand it back over to you.
Hey, Taylor, if they go to hubween.com they
Mhm.
can get that'll take them to the Facebook event page.
Mhm.
Okay.
If they go
and
to
then also-
hubween.com/sponsor,
Mm,
they can do sponsorships. Hubween.com/tickets.
mm.
I know because I built it all.
I was about to say, I'm like, I wonder
Well,
how he
thank
knows all
God
that.
for you today.
Yeah, if you go to
Charlie,
Hubween,
you have a great marketer, spokesperson.
if you go to
know?
hubween.com/free tickets, you'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Woo! That was the best one so
Uh-oh.
far. Well, thank you, David.
Yeah, it was
coming on.
awesome. Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Yeah, David, this
course.
is awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no
Made
doubt.
IT fun. You know?
Yeah.
I feel so much smarter after this.
Yeah, definitely.
And I have a button.
Heck yeah, I love it.
See you guys.
Bye.